We have got to stop saying things like, if the black community could just come together, then we could blah, 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 blah. Listen, that is a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. Just take a step back and think for a second. All research indicates that family reunions in black America is on the decline. Us millennials, 30, 35 and older, we are dropping the ball because once grandma and pop and all of them and that generation, once they got older and some of them got sick and some of them passed away and they weren't there anymore, we stopped having family reunions because we didn't put in the effort to keep up with our cousins and nieces and nephews and all that other kind of stuff. We didn't want to put a community together and find a place and put our money together for a deposit. We didn't want to deal with this, didn't want to deal with that. We didn't want, like, let's just be real. And for those of us who still have reunions, let's be real. Some of you, the last reunion your family had, you didn't even go. You said, no, I'm going to go next year. So if we can't even pick up the ball from our previous generation in terms of keeping the family together and meeting one time a year, what makes you think the whole black community is going to come together? Let's just be real. Some of you, you got cousins and parents and siblings that you don't talk to, can't get along with, can't be in a room with. So how on earth is the whole black community going? Let's just be real. Some of you have kids with people and you have to do pickup and drop-offs at a police station. Just think about that. You have kids with someone and you can't even get along with them. So you got to pick up and drop off the kid at a police station. But we talking about, oh, the black community. Listen, we can't even come together with people that we share blood with, that we had kids with, that we said we love. So all that black community, it's not going to happen. So we can just stop talking about it. Another reason that black unity will never happen is that you cannot unify people based off of a shared past trauma or a painful past history. It is never going to work. Because what's going to happen, and we've already seen it, is people are always going to have disagreements and backbite and argue and fuss and fight over who's doing this, who's wrong about that, who should be in charge. That's what's going to happen, and that's what is happening. You're going to have dark-skinned women saying, see, this is such and such is happening because even within the black community, there's a negative connotation against dark-skinned black women. Then you're going to have black men saying, oh, see, we can't do this because the black woman really wants to partner up with the white man because the black woman really wants to be like the white woman. Then you're going to have the LGBTQ saying, see, y'all treat us like second-class citizens in black America. Then you're going to have the light-skinned women saying, oh, you think because we're light-skinned that we're just sex objects and we're not smart and you're trying to bully us because you're intimidated by it. It's going to be, like, we see this already. Then it's going to be black Americans versus black immigrants. We see that going on right now. You are never going to be able to unify millions of people based off of a shared past trauma. Because what's going to happen is, since we're unifying over a past trauma, what's going to happen is people are going to try to pull rank or look more virtuous than the other based upon my unique experience within the trauma. So yeah, we all got the same trauma, but I was a dark-skinned black man, or I was a dark-skinned black woman, or I was gay, or I was light-skinned. Or you black, but you not Adolf, so you don't really, that's all that's gonna happen. And that's all that's been happening. I'm in the sauna right now, but I'm glad you put that comment. That's exactly my point. The first meeting, the whole thing is going to be about the black man and black woman dynamic, and the black man is suppressing the black woman's voice because he want to be a patriarch like the white man. Then the black man going to say that the black woman is trying to belittle the black man because she's working hand in hand with the white man to tear the black man down. That's going to take up the whole first meeting. Then after the black man and black woman come to some kind of agreement, in the second meeting, then the LGBTQ going to come in and say, hold on, this is a very heteronormative leadership team and we don't have the LGBTQ perspective on the panel. So that's going to be the whole second meeting. Then the third meeting going to come around and it's going to be the Caribbeans and the black Brits and the Africans and all of the rest of the diaspora coming together saying, you know what, it's a whole lot of black American representation on the panel, but we don't have the rest of the diaspora. That's going to be the third or fourth meeting. Then there's gonna be another meeting where you're gonna have, oh, it's a whole lot of black people, but us interracial black people, we black too, because when the cops pull us over, they don't know we about. That's gonna be a whole other meeting, and that's not to mention that after all the fighting and arguing about who's the leadership going to be, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that aren't in leadership forming cliques and alliances and making coups and coming up with schemes and plots to take this person out of leadership and to vote this person out. It ain't gonna never go nowhere, basically. Last point on black unity and why it's never going to happen. You will never be able to get millions of people on the same page. You won't even be able to get hundreds of thousands of people on the same page. People have different opinions, they have different value systems, they have different motivations, they have different identities. The idea that we all going to come together, or a lot of us is all going to come together because we all black, that don't work. It does not work. It does not make sense. People do not unify based off of skin color alone. People unify based off shared values, beliefs, ideas, morals, and principles. Straight up. And we don't agree. There's so much diversity of thought in the community that this idea of unity is never going to happen. Like, I'll give you a base level example. We don't even agree on the severity of the problem. There are some people who think that we are still oppressed and we gotta fight back and get our freedom. And there's other people who think we're already free. There are some people who think that racism is extremely prevalent and it's impacting all of our lives in every single way, in a negative way. And there are other people who don't think that. And so if we don't even agree on the severity of the problem, there's no way you're going to get everybody on the same page in terms of a group or a movement. And you're definitely not going to get people to agree on action steps. Because if two people see the same problem differently, then more than likely those two people are going to have a different approach to solve the problem. And there's going to be some people who don't think that there's a severe enough problem to solve in the first place. And that's the part people keep missing. Trying to unify based off of we're all black and we all got the same enemy, that's not going to work because everybody doesn't see the enemy how you see it. So, and that's why if we're going to keep it all the way real, a lot of this whole we need to stick together, and if we ever get on the same page, and if we can get the celebrities to use their money to do this, and if we can get these rich black men to it's all talk. And that's what it's been for about 50, 60 years now. If this and if that. If we can get the black men to do this, and if we could come together and do that, and if the celebrities would do this, and if we could get the black politicians, if. That's all it's ever going to be, is talk. And if you really pay attention to it, a lot of this black unity stuff, it's always like, we could be successful if somebody else did this. Like, we could do this if those people over there with money use their money to do this. We could be successful if those white people... It's just talk. It's just rhetoric. Because let's just be real. There are some of us, we're going to lean left and Democrat no matter what. Then there's some of us that we're going to lean Republican. Then there's some of us, we're going to be not really interested in politics like that at all. Like, come on now. And so, once again, it goes back to the base level. There is not an agreement on the severity of the problem. Right? There's some people, and we've all seen the movies and the documentaries where we have nothing to lose but our chains. And, we got to tear down capitalism. And we got to, we live under the system of white supremacy. Listen, not everybody believes that we live under a system of white supremacy. Not everybody feels like we got to tear down capitalism. So it's really that simple. Some of us believe in Christianity. Some of us think, that's the white man's religion, and we got to get into African spirituality. Listen, that it ain't going to happen. It is that simple. It is not going to happen. We are far too different. We don't believe the same things, not even closely. It ain't going to happen. Just point blank, period. But here's the thing, and this is what I want people to realize. This may sound crazy, but it is what it is. You do not need black unity to be successful. And when I say black unity, I mean like, oh, we need black leaders and we got to get the majority. No, you don't. If you want to be successful, or you and your family, or you and your neighborhood, or you or your block, or you and the people you grew up with, all you need to do is find people who have the same beliefs and values as you do. Those are the actual groups of people that work together and thrive together and succeed together. People that have the same worldview, the same beliefs and ideas, they come together and they work together and they get things done. Like, especially in Black America, we talk a whole lot about all these churches and they getting all this money and they building all these churches. You know how these churches can build these big old churches in poor black neighborhoods? Because the people in that church share a belief system and they work together to build something. Once again, I'm not talking about its impact or lack thereof on the black community. I'm just giving you an example of how things get done. Things don't get done because, oh, we all look the same. No, things get done because we have the same beliefs and morals and worldview. And so we can work together for a common goal. That's why I've said it before, I'll say it again. You shouldn't even be striving for black unity. You should be striving for a community of like-minded people so y'all can get on the same page and work towards a common goal. That's how black people become successful. If you black and you're a Democrat or whatever it is, you find other black Democrats and you build together. Let's just be real. We talk about the Jack and Jill and the Boule and the gatekeepers and all of that, but they have common beliefs, values, and common goals, and they work together and they become successful. Like, just think about the black Democrat elite. So you got the Angela Rye's, the Roland Martins, the Bakari Sellers, and so forth and so on. You may not agree with them, and you may think, quote unquote, they are sell out to black folk, but that group is successful. That group of black people is successful because that group of black people share the same values and they're working towards the same goal. And that's why they are successful. And if you want to be successful with them, you got to get on board with the Democratic train because that's what they on. Some of you might say the Boule or the Divine Nine. Guess what? If you're going to join one of those organizations, first of all, you got to go to college. You got to be there for at least 2 years. You got to have a certain GPA. Then you're going to have to memorize certain literature and all this other kind of stuff. It's going to be a whole process of them teaching you and training your mind to, view things a certain kind of way in order to be a part of that group. Because that's how real success comes about. A collective of people who have one mission working together, going in the same direction.